Good morning to everyone, wherever you may be in any part of the country, depending on the time and when you get this video. The reason for this morning video is I want to analyze on President Tinubu declaration on state of emergency in oil-rich state state in Nigeria. Now, let's go to the fact of what is happening in Nigeria. You mentioned militant. I remember a long time ago, we have never known anything like militant in Nigeria. There was nothing like militant. Even when Nigeria was struggling to gain independence, we didn't have militant. We never knew what was militant. Even when the world themselves, outside world, they have known all those things. We never know. And even if some people know, we don't allow that. Because everything was going accordingly. There was oneness in Nigeria. Nigeria has oneness when we were fighting for independence. And when we got the independence in 1960, everything was going fine. We were still in oneness until Shagari came with his corruption and everything and speared into the heart of Nigeria. Then the satisfaction of Nigerians were not given to them. Though at that time, the satisfaction of Nigeria were given, but not all, because of at the time of Shagari, that was when it started. So it was not as crazy as it is now. Other people started learning from Shagari because Shagari was successful. He looted, he did whatever he wanted to do, and he was successful. And the next person, coup plotting, took over and did the same thing. Military president started eating this money. Military president opened the eyes, coming to Babangida time. Babangida was even the worst, even encouraged a lot of fraudsters in them, that they were even, helping them to hear. There was no government in Nigeria. Nigerian government system collapsed. The militaries, the ones that are playing these same games, before you know, Obasanjo took over, military president, all of them, all these people, all military, Dinka, all of them, getting into that place, eating, bringing corruption, showing how to, spoil the country system. Spoiled it until God brought Muhammad and this man that died. That brought discipline in Nigeria. God bless that man. Yeah, Muhammad. Is it more? Yeah. The president that is left before Tinubu took over. They were together then, and they brought discipline in Nigeria. They took away the corruptions. Yeah, their government was going over this, but they were in the military. They caused Nigerians to stay online. That Nigerians started knowing how to be online. That government was one of the best government with Murtala Muhammad. Two of these government were one of the best government at that very time. And after they took over them by coup plotting too. They took over them by coup plotting. And the next military president brought corruption again, even the worst one. But he died. Yeah, he died. And Babangida came, spoiled, scattered. Now, they now, and this thing, they now, after they have spoiled the system, they don't know what to do. Now the same, after they have spoiled the system, they refuse to hand over, the military refuse to hand over this thing, government back to the citizen. They refuse. After what they have said that they didn't come for, they only came for just to stabilize the system and hand over back, and how many years they never hand over. If not that by the grace of God, the ones that are inside, that are the ones that now, the ones that are inside, the ones that are inside, or the ones that can't go up and say, no, it's time for us to hand over. Yeah, that was where the president, they knew that, head of state that time, they knew, these people are not siding also. They can, There was seriously the generals, all of them, they came on meeting. They came on the head, no, we need to hand over. Yeah. And that was how they hand over. And the same people they will hand over. Look at, to come and see the system. How, just look at the same people that was hand over to themselves, to the same of them, themselves. How am I going to, let me not speak wrongly, themselves, hand over to the same themselves. Somebody that is in military knew that there is going to be a democratic elected president, retire immediately, retire to turn to civilian, You see the system. And that same way that retire now came and contested, same person that have been tested and tried in military president or head of state that did not rule well, retired and was seen running for civilian president. And they got it. Why? Why would they not get it? Because there is Godfather. Godfather started coming when the military took over. They started introducing Godfather. Now, Godfather, they select who will become the president of the country. Yeah, after Tinubu, they have somebody. Tinubu must complete 2 years, if not even 3. That it depends on what they agree in, that they are Godfather something. Then they are already, there's somebody already set, ready for becoming the next president. That one has been, no matter what, if you like, they'll just deceive the citizens. The citizens will just be choosing people, choosing. They don't know that they have somebody already. They have already prepared for this one. They have already told them, this person is going to you're going to be the president of the country. You're going to make sure you cover the shit of this person. You understand me? You don't make sure that you don't expose anything. We are putting you here, and you must bring this, any budget, anything of these countries, affair of this thing, you have to come to the table. We have to tell you what to do. And what we tell you, that's what you will do. You can't imagine. President, before the affair of the state, they are already going to discuss it in their inner caucus. Then they have their decision. And they will deceive the country. The country will be thinking that they are following what they are doing. And at the end of the day, they will bring, their own people. And they just feel that nobody will say anything. So why will militant not come out? So that brought militant. Because when the people see that this kind of thing is going on, and this thing has been going on for a long time, that people have been cheated from their revenue, from so many things, they are not getting it. A lot of people are not getting their salary. A lot of things are not happening in Nigeria. You sit as a president, you come and promise people Lord, heaven and earth. Nothing will not promise people, because you have people that told you, promise them this. After you promise, they have already given you mandate. Is that how it should be? Is there, go and to develop country, is there anything like Godfather? Everybody have his own house. There's nothing like Godfather. Nothing like Godfather. The Godfather of a thing in Nigeria need to stop. I need to talk about it. Godfather of a thing in Nigeria need to stop. This Godfather of a thing in Nigeria need to stop. And I'm going to talk about it. My next video will be Godfather in Nigerians need to stop. Yeah. You can't imagine. Everything, they have everything has been prepared in their table. They run Nigeria like as if they know all Nigeria. Go and see how can country prosper like that when there is people inside. They can't be arrested, they can't be locked, they can't do anything. Whatever they do, they go scot-free of it. They run the affair of the state, the government. The same thing they have in the state. These same people have their own people in all over the state. They kill, they can do Maputo people. They can do anything. And they can't go in for it. They are living above the law in Nigeria. their inner caucus. Any of them, that all of them, both Shagari, all of them, this one, this and that, all of them, godfather. When this one finish and become finished president, he will go and become a godfather because he wants somebody. That's what they did to Good Luck. They went and brought Good Luck, put him as president, then start pressurizing him. And if you refuse to do what you want, if you refuse to do what they say you should do, they will find something hidden or something that they have, or they will lure you into something, or lie, or accuse you of something and bring it out and make the people petition you. You see what they do? They don't ever prove, there's never a time that I've never seen Nigeria brought out something like a ballot for the country to dialogue on it. How can you do something without carrying the country along with you, the citizen? Are you the owner of country? Did you buy Nigeria? Those people. Listen, let me tell you something. People need to get this idea in their head. Both the president, the governor, the minister, the councillor, let's say from the councillor to the local council, to the councillor, to the chairman, to the senate or whatever thing, up to president, ministers, every department of the government is not run by the government. The owners of those seats, the employees are the citizens. They are the employees. They employ you there by voting you inside it. Okay, let's just put, because most of you there are not vote. Then you put yourself there by godfathers. Okay, but let me just pretend that it's vote. Let's say the country voted you inside, put you to work for them. It's a work for us. We selected you, go and work for us. Take the affairs of the work for us so that we can get our dividend and everything. That is what, so you should put that thing in your head. So you don't go there and sit and say, I own Nigeria. No, you don't own Nigeria. That's the idea. That's the idea that these people need to take away from their head. They run Nigeria like they own Nigeria. No. The country, listen, if this thing doesn't stop, one day country can, I've seen where a country can, the whole country can, if the whole country come together and get angry, and how many of you can fight that's what is what a sort of people are protecting. It has happened in one African country before, that this thing has been going on. Africa, yeah, long time ago. This thing has been going on. The country is good now. This thing has been going on every time. These things are not going well. The country is suffering. No work, nothing. The country is passing through a lot. But people on the top, they're eating, enjoying themselves, driving a lot of cars, eating expensive, their children, everything. This thing goes for a long time. One day, yeah, the generation that is there are tired. They have to start doing networking. They started discussing networking. It's from networking, they were discussing networking. Before you know, one day like boom, the whole country arise. Yeah, now when they were the early morning, they saw the whole country stand up and start singing and start coming to the I tell you, when the military saw the numbers of people, they don't know what to do now. They can't even fight them because they are more than. Do you know how many population of, how many do you want to kill? How many do you want to Nyakutu? How many do you want to arrest? How many do you want to how many military are from the citizens? If they have let's say they have 100 people that are citizens, maybe military are 10 or 20, let's say about 20. The 10 will be like this and the rest 80. The rest 80 is citizen. So how can 30 people fight 80 people? So even if the 30 cry, if they try to Yakutu, how many they would do Yakutu? They would have finished before they finish those people. So that is what they before you know, the man resigned immediately. The man did not waste time. The man just called, say, please don't do anything. The man resigned, and then immediately he was arrested, and that was how the next person that they wanted entered, and that country from today. That one learned lesson. He said, no, every time any president enter that place, remember what this country will do. The president will. So It might happen one day in Nigeria if you people don't take time. The way the youth are going now, one day, this the first time they try it, people think you can use gun on them. The next time, this gun, they might not even care. Things might happen. The country might not care. There's a time that the country will not care. Things are going so hard in Nigeria. You are declaring state of emergency. You are not looking at what is happening when every other government are doing the same thing that the president is doing. Everybody in the government, body of the government are doing the same thing. It has even affected some of the citizens, that even the citizens too, most of them are corrupt. Police are corrupt. Everybody. You want to get everything. Nothing is going where everything is, boom, one place like this blocked. You don't think of the good ones that are there that are not into all those kind of things. How long do we even have to live? So if you don't want militant, like all these developed countries, have you had anything like militant? It can't happen. Have you ever had militant in developed country? That there's militant. The militant you're hearing now is all African, most African, not every African country. You hear militant here, militant. Now Nigeria has how many militants? So many of them, so many were coming out. Even the ones that come out online now, we are hearing a lot of one are coming out because there is no satisfaction. What are they grabbing all those money for? What are you packing, or where are you packing them to? Where are you governors, ministers, senate, all those things? Where are you packing those billions to? After you finish packing it, have you ever seen anybody? See, ask yourself one thing. At your age now, the best thing that you people can do at the age that you are now, President Tinubu, all of you that is there, because I see that people are old, the best thing for you to do is to make a name for yourself by doing the right thing in Nigeria. Bringing Nigeria is a great country. See, let me tell you something. Let me advise you. Don't you know if Nigeria is successful, this one you people are eating itself is even small. Go and see this developed country. See, they are very, very smart. You know, the thing that entered their country, as they have done security, everything is all right. It's not like it's too, but at least there is the security in the country is more than the crime. That is it, because the security is suppressing the crime. It's not like there's no crime. There's crime. They shoot, they do all those things. But it's not until they are not doing it because of the country is not giving them what they want. This is just a character of somebody. I think, see, they have people that have that kind of character. So satisfy the country and let's know the one that have this character. Even if when the country is satisfied, there's some people that have character of maybe they want to go and steal, they want to do this kind of thing, they are lazy, they don't want to. Those kind of ones, these few things those ones are not, these few people that those ones you can catch them and think that suppressing them, but not in a place that everything is tight. Then people that are not into crime will not even want to become a crime or not want to do crime. Then it becomes escalated. A lot of people. So how many people do you want to catch? Because of the hardship, they are doing that. What they don't want to do, see them doing it. It's too hard. Prices, everything. I went to Nigeria the other time. Egg price was high, rocketed. Can't hear the last time I bought egg was it 6,000 or 7,000. The other this thing was almost 20-something thousand. Before I came out of that shopping plaza in Festa, before I came out from there, I have already spent almost 300,000. You see, what I spent 300,000 was not even as I was just looking. Just, you see, because I have the money to spend, buy it. What are people that cannot buy those things? Because I needed those things, but there are people that when I was carrying it, when I got to its parting area, people won't say, I said, do you know how long I've eaten egg? I say, how long? He said, when the woman told me that for almost 10 years now, she has not eaten egg, and not that she doesn't like eating because she can't buy it. There's a lot of things people are lacking in their body in Nigeria because they can't afford it. It's only those people. Why will only be able to buy cornflakes, buy every single. Nigeria now does not. Breakfast now is hard. Bread. To buy bread, you'll be hearing 4,000, 5,000. Yeah. The one also, the other time was 800, one small one like 100 and 200 naira or something. It's too much. So things need to be sorted. These are why these people are fighting, because revenues are not being imparted to them. Their schools are not working, companies are not working, but there's oil company, rich oil company. They are, everybody, all of you have block. Okay, now that the country, the whole world want to turn, they are turning to electric, what are you people planning to do about it? Because very soon, this oil of 18 is not going to be existing again. Because the world want to stop oil and deal with electric. And you people don't want it to stop. You people don't want it to stop. You are still fighting on that oil. When there's agriculture, there's a lot of things that you people remove your eye that can make more money than that oil, that you will even leave your eye. Agriculture was making, who know oil in Nigeria before? Agriculture was the major thing that was pumping a lot of money in Nigeria. And Nigeria has forsaken it. Nigeria has timber. When we should go back to all these things, go back to it, put hand in a lot of things that will blow up the country and extend money to the citizens. That the citizens will look nourished and well. Things will be working. No. Every time is fighting for your pocket. Fighting, see what you, how people are disgracing yourself. See what they are doing in the house. Just look at what they are doing. And now you declare state of emergency. You better go and organize this country. Yeah, organize, first of all, start from yourself. You people that have run the country, start from yourself. Bring back everything that you guys have looted, put it back to the country. Yeah, start. They say charity begins from home. You can't, you understand me? The country cannot be satisfied, and you think that all this thing will not happen. Then it will happen. Because everything is corrupt. Everybody wants to this. Now it's by force that they take things in Nigeria now. By force, yeah. If you are not stubborn, if you are not stubborn and you are not crazy, like very dark man and the rest of the people that is stubborn, if you are not like that, then, well, you sit down and things will be passing you. Because Nigeria now, they grab the one they are supposed to come to, they grab it and eat it and tell you can't do anything. But if you are woo, then they give you your own part, say take your part or your carry, they don't want trouble. That's what is happening. That's why you see all these things happening. Because they feel that, oh, some people have tried it. Because everything have a trial. The Jagari that started this corruption in Nigeria. Circulated it. It circulated from one place to another to enter the military, to circulate it everywhere. Now, somebody too has also intervened before and have succeeded by boo. So people have seen it too. There's people that have that thing too. Activate them. The more you do, the more they come out. Pray that these militants that are coming, and I think see Biafran, what the other one, Boko Haram that the other time, this one now they say Islamic, whatever they call them. Another one again, movement, Rata there. So many, a lot of them now is coming out. So many of them, so many names that I don't even know. There's one that's had that on the channel. They are fighting. A lot of them. Pray that one day they do not connect together and fight Nigeria. Fight, and that's who all of us will start running. Let's watch what the president is. I know this is an old, but those of you that have not had it, what do you think from what the president is saying? Watch it and see that there is declaration in the state of emergency or your state. Let's hear the president of Nigeria. Long live the president. You are a president, Abi. I've said long live to you now. But let long live reach Nigeria. Please, not only you one. Nigeria too reach long life. We are the one that employ you there. Even if you sit there by your own self. Think that we are the ones that are making it possible. Let us watch.
Fellow Nigerians, I feel greatly disturbed at the tone we have come to regarding the political crisis in Rivers State. Like many of you, I have watched with concern the development, with hope that the parties involved will allow good sense to prevail at the soonest. But all that hope borne out without any solution to the crisis. With the crisis persisting, there's no way democratic governance, which we all fought and worked for over the years, can thrive in a way that will redound to the benefit of the good people of the state. The state has been at a standstill since the crisis started, with the good people of the state not being able to have access to the dividend of democracy. Also, it is public knowledge that the governor of Rivers State, for unjustifiable reasons, demolished the House of Assembly of the state as far back as 13th December 2023, and has up till now, 14 months after, not rebuilt the same. I have made personal interventions between the contending parties for a peaceful resolution of this crisis, but my efforts have been largely ignored by the parties to the crisis. I'm also aware that many well-meaning Nigerians, leaders of thought, and patriotic groups have also intervened at various times with the best of intentions to resolve the matter, but all their efforts were also to no avail. Still, I thank them. On February 28, 2025, the Supreme Court, in a judgment in respect to all about 8 consolidated appeals concerning the political crisis in Rivers State, based on several grave unconstitutional acts and the disregard of the rule of law that has been committed by the governor of Rivers State, as shown by the evidence before it, pronounced in very clear, and I quote, "A government cannot be said to exist without one of the 3 arms that make up of the government of a state under the 1999 Constitution as amended. In this case, the head of the executive arm of the government has chosen to collapse the legislature to enable him to govern without the legislature as a despot. As it is, there is no government in Rivers State," and I quote. The above pronouncement came after a catalog of judicial findings of constitutional breaches against Governor Siminalayi Fubara. Going forward in their judgment, and having found and held that 27 members of the House who had allegedly deflected, and I quote, "are still valid members of Rivers State House of Assembly and cannot be prevented from participating in proceedings of that House by the 8th respondent, that is the governor, in cohort with 4 members," and unquote. The Supreme Court then made some orders to restore the state to immediate constitutional democracy. These orders include the immediate passing of an appropriation bill by the Rivers State House of Assembly, which up to now has not been facilitated. Some militants had threatened fire and brimstone against their perceived enemies of the governor, who has up to now not disowned them. Apart from that, both the House and the governor have not been able to work together. Both of them do not realize that they are in office to work together for the peace and good governance of the state. The latest security report made available to me show that between yesterday and today, there have been disturbing incidents of vandalization of pipelines by some militants without governor taking any action to curtail them. I have, of course, given stand order to the security agencies to ensure safety of lives of good people of Rivers State and the oil pipelines. With all this and many more, no good and responsible president will stand by and allow the grave situation to continue without taking remedial steps prescribed by the Constitution to address the situation in the state, which no doubt requires extraordinary measures to restore good governance, peace, order, and security. In these circumstances, having soberly reflected on and evaluated the political situation in Rivers State, and the governor and deputy governor of Rivers State, having failed to make a request to me as president to issue this proclamation as required by Section 305, Paragraph 5 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, it has become inevitably compelling for me to invoke the provision of the Section 305 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State with effect from today, 18th March, year 2025. Rivers State with effect from today, 18th March, year 2025, and I so do. By this declaration, the governor of Rivers State, Mr. Similai Fubara, his deputy, Mrs. Ngozi Odu, and all elected members of the House of Assembly state are hereby suspended for an initial period of 6 months. In the meantime, I hereby nominate Vice Admiral Advocate Ibas, retired, as administrator to take charge of the affairs of the state in the interests of the good people of Rivers State. For the avoidance of doubt, this declaration does not affect the judicial arm of Rivers State, which shall continue to function in accordance with their constitutional mandate. The administrator will not make any new laws. He will, however, be free to formulate regulations and may be found necessary to do his job, but such regulations will need to be considered and approved by the Federal Executive Council and promoted by the President for the state. This declaration has been published in the Federal Gazette, a copy of which has been forwarded to the National Assembly in accordance with the Constitution. It is my fervent hope that this inevitable intervention will help to restore peace and order in Rivers State by awakening all the contenders to the constitutional imperatives, binding on all political players in the Rivers State in particular and Nigeria as a whole. Long live a united, peaceful, secured, and democratic Rivers State in particular, and the Federal Republic of Nigeria as a whole. God bless you all for listening.